Have you ever noticed how the more detached you are from your desire, the more likely it is for you to receive it, the faster it tends to manifest? While the more attached you are to your desire, the more you really want it, the more you seem to be repelling it. This is an understanding that we all reach eventually. But the big real question is, how do we actually detach? In this video, I'm gonna share with you the answer to one of the biggest questions that I keep being asked. How do I let go when I really want it? Well, in this video, you'll learn exactly how to let go of attachment so that you manifest faster and easier than ever before. Hi, I'm Cristina, and this channel is for you to master the business energetics and success energetics that allow you to create illogical results in your business and in your life. So if you are here to grow your business in a way in which you also elevate the way you feel inside yourself, who you feel yourself to be, then hit the subscribe button and the bell button so that you can stick around. Okay guys, so before we dive into the 4 essential keys to detachment, so that you understand detachment not only intellectually, but also have practical tools to actually practice detachment and become really good at it so that you manifest faster and faster and easier. Before we dive into all that, I first want to bring to you 2 foundational truths: the backwards law and what exactly creates our desired reality. So let's look first into the backwards law. This is the law that tells us that manifestation happens when we are not looking. And the reason is that when we don't look, we don't keep on acknowledging that what we want is not there. We don't keep tuning into the frequency of lack, projecting it into the quantum so that the quantum then mirrors it back to us, and we keep looping in the same old reality where our experience is informed by the vibration of lack. Let's bring this into how it actually plays out in our lives, in our businesses. So let's imagine that you are so ready for your next level. You are so ready for your next level of money, of success, of business, of impact, of clients. You are so ready for it and you are working for it. You are doing everything that you know that you should be doing, you think you should be doing. You are making the investments, you are making the big moves, you are showing up, you are pulling the chair to the big tables, as different parts of the coaching industry are teaching us. And yet, instead of getting the results you want, you feel like you are actually repelling them. And this is because you are only creating more resistance. It's the same if you stay and think, like when, let's say, you are looking for a partner and you are actively ready for it and looking for it, and you are putting yourself out there, you are being present on all the apps, you are going on all the dates, you are really making efforts in order to put yourself into the dating scene. And actually nothing works. It feels like you are actually repelling what you want. Here's the key. It's not only the doing that creates the manifestation. Actually, the doing is only a very small part of the force that fuels the manifestation. What is more important than the doing is the energy from which we are doing the doing. So this is a first hint here for you. Turn inward and ask yourself, what is the energy I'm doing the work for my manifestation? I'm doing the work for my next level of success, my next level of money, my next level of impact, my finding my love, manifesting the house, whatever it is. What is the energy I'm manifesting from? Is it an empowered energy? Is it a lit up energy? Or is it the energy of, I need to make this work because I need to prove myself. I need to make this work because I need to escape from where I am. I need to make this work because I want to stop feeling the way I'm feeling right now. The second truth is that the key to receiving your desired reality is you having it feel natural to your identity. In other words, you become the version of you for who the reality you want feels natural, feels normal, feels of course. And I will tell you this is my personal story. So this channel right now is almost reaching 9,000 subscribers and has videos that went viral. I have videos that went over tens of thousands of visualizations. One even reached over 100,000 visualizations. I have money coming in passively through the sales generated by YouTube every single day. So I get paid every single day. I get sales passively every single day. I get impact every single day, and my channel keeps on growing. But in August 2024, so a few months back, this channel had 87 subscribers. And my videos were having 30 views when they were on a great day. And in August 2024, I decided I will be committing myself to creating growth, to growing and expanding my YouTube channel. I had no idea what was possible, but I knew what I wanted. So I started showing up. Obviously, I was doing the work. I was creating 2 videos per week. I was really doing the doing. But at the same time, I was also doing the inner doing. I was stabilizing myself into an identity of someone who had a growing channel, a snowballing channel, a channel that was making a real impact, a channel that was growing, a channel that was expanding with ease, a channel that was generating income and was bringing me more abundance. In the beginning, it did not look like it was really working, but then things started moving, and today we are where we are. But I am absolutely convinced that we would not be here today with this kind of impact, with this kind of rate of growth, with this kind of level of sales, if I hadn't normalized this reality inside myself first. Now, let's bring this home and let's dive into the 4 essential keys to detachment, so that you start understanding the practicality of it all and start practicing detachment in a powerful way. The first key is you acknowledging what are the emotions that you avoid feeling inside yourself. And hear me out. We usually chase external wins, goals, our manifestations when we want to stop feeling the way we are feeling inside ourselves. So when we say, I really want more success, what we want to silence is, I don't want to feel like not being good enough. I don't want to feel like a failure. When we say, I really want more money, what we want to silence is, I don't want to feel unsafe. I don't want to feel dependent. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to feel like a loser. I don't want to feel not good enough. When we say, I really want to find love, I really deeply want to have a partner, then what we actually want to silence is, I don't want to feel anymore this emptiness. I don't want to feel this lonely. So you see what is happening. We have these wounds that we are carrying inside ourselves, and instead of dealing with the wounds and healing them, what we do is chase band-aids, colorful, shiny band-aids to put on our wounds and say, yes, I think that this will make me feel better. And the result is that we get so attached to those band-aids that we actually keep repelling them, and it's very hard for us to get to them. But also, we don't solve the actual problem, which is we have things that we avoid feeling. We have woundedness inside ourselves that we are carrying with ourselves. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop putting pressure on your manifestations, on pushing things into existence, making things happen. And instead of all that external push, I want you to bring your energy back to yourself. by breathing into your heart, allowing yourself to be present with yourself, and then ask yourself, what are the emotions, what are the states, what are the feelings that I kept avoiding and I need to acknowledge now? And let those emotions bubble up, let them emerge, and let yourself feel them. Here's the key: the only way out of an emotion, out of a state, is through it, which means we need to sit with these emotions in order for them to be processed. We need to sit with them, feeling them in a non-judgmental way, without trying to justify them, without trying to judge them, without trying to fix them, without trying anything, just being with our emotions, negative emotions. They will dissipate. The more we stay with them, the more willing to stay with them we are, the faster these emotions will dissipate and will be out of our lives. And I know that it sounds paradoxical, but this is how it actually works. And in order to understand this better, think of having in front of you a kid that is in full tantrum, and you take that kid by their hands and you tell them, you know what, you can cry as much as you want, you can scream as much as you want, you can knock yourself out and roll on the entire floor as much as you want. I will be here with you until you feel better. So go on, let's go. How long do you think that will take for the kid to feel better? Very, very little time. It's what I keep on saying, resistance to resistance is what creates resistance. If we don't oppose resistance to our emotions, they are passing. They are passing like the smoke we are leaving behind, like the clouds on the sky that are leaving. We let go of our negative emotions by being with them, witnessing them, and by being willing to witness them in a non-judgmental way, without trying to justify them, without trying to excuse them, without trying to fix them, without putting any meaning to them, just being with them. We are processing them and they are leaving us, they are leaving our body. And the moment they start leaving us, the anxiety, the pressure, the feeling of not good enough, like sitting literally with a feeling of I'm not good enough, I'm feeling not good enough. I allow myself to feel this feeling. It's very uncomfortable to feel not good enough, but I'm allowing myself to feel it without judging myself, without judging the feeling, without judging what is happening right now. I just allow myself to feel it. And as I allow myself to feel it, little by little, the feeling itself starts to reside and starts to fade away until I'm left with, I can't feel anymore that feeling. Remember this: if you are courageous enough to sit with your emotions, that's when negative emotions will start leaving your world, leaving your reality, and you will naturally be bouncing back to higher vibrations, which are natural for your beingness, because you are a divine being. There is also something else that is important to remember. People can only meet you at the level that you are meeting yourself, which means that if you are brave enough to go inside yourself and to sit with your negative emotions until they dissipate, if you are brave enough to start accepting all the parts in you that you've been rejecting, then you will be inevitably starting to elevate your vibration. You will be elevating also your standards, and as your vibration, your beingness, and your standards are being elevated, then also the people around you, the relationships around you, the opportunities around you, the reality itself starts meeting you there at a higher level of your beingness and standards. So go and work with this journal prompt. What have I been avoiding to feel? and let yourself sit with all those negative emotions. The not good enoughness, the stuckness, the anxiety, the brokenness, the emptiness, the failure, the fear of not being lovable, the not being understood, the not being good enough, whatever it is that you've been avoiding, let yourself sit with those emotions and let yourself liberate yourself from them by being available to witness them until they are gone. The second key to detachment is you becoming aware of your emotional addictions. And when we are speaking about detachment, we are speaking about a particular emotional addiction, which is the addiction to external validation. This pattern, this addiction has the roots in the early years, in the family dynamics. When we are kids and we start feeling feelings of I'm broken, I'm not lovable, I'm not understood, I'm not seen, I feel invisible. When we have all these feelings because of family dynamics, then we are quite smart as kids. We develop coping mechanisms, and we develop these coping mechanisms in order to satisfy the normal needs we have inside ourselves, the need to be approved, the need to be loved, the need to be accepted, the need to be supported, the need to belong. So we develop this coping mechanism and we start becoming, a great kid academically. We start becoming the overachiever. We start becoming the best in school. We start becoming the successful professional. We start becoming the person who is collecting wins and achievements, because all those are giving us what we couldn't get otherwise: approval, love, acceptance, the feeling that we belong, we are significant. Now, here's how this applies to manifestation. We have this addiction to external validation working inside ourselves without realizing that we are not anymore the small kid that needed to get good marks in order for the mom or dad to finally give hugs and kisses and to feel loved and to feel approved of. We don't realize I'm not that kid anymore. I'm actually an adult. But we function on the same rules, the rule of I need external validation in order to feel loved or lovable or good enough or approved or accepted. So it's really about understanding the pattern so that we can actually grow out of it and realize, I'm not that kid anymore. I don't need my mom's approval. I don't need my dad's approval. I don't need anyone's approval. I can approve of myself, and I'm approving of myself right now. We have to become first aware of our emotional addiction to validation in order to release this addiction. You can approve of yourself right now, and you don't freaking need anyone's approval. And I will be leaving a video for you to watch after you finalize this one. Now, the third key to detachment is you becoming the version of you who gets what you want. The version of you who already normalized what you desire, that next level reality. And in order to understand the concepts that I'm about to share, let's make this imagination exercise. Let's imagine that someone is transported into your body right now. And I want you to think, what kind of experience will this person have while walking inside your body? Would they feel relaxed, joyful, lighthearted, connected, open-hearted? Or will they feel under pressure, anxiety, in fear, in need for something, anything to make them feel better? When our default is not feeling good, that's when we get in attachment to our manifestations, because we feel like I really need that win, I really need that external thing in order for me to feel better. But this is really like you staying in a fire and having from time to time water poured on you. And in those moments when you feel the water, you say, yes, I'm happy. This is what happiness is. This is what I'm working for. This is what I'm living for. That is not freaking happiness. That is just a momentary, temporary relief of misery. And I don't want to, hyperbolize all this, but the truth is that most people are living from the state of I'm not feeling that good on a normal basis. And then we start feeling like whatever we are manifesting, whatever we want from the external world will be that water that is pouring on us. But the real solution here is to get out of the fire, to elevate our dominant state, our resident state, the state in which we are living our life. And the way we do that is by starting to practice more elevated emotions. We have addictions, and I'm speaking about this in another video that I will link down below. We have addictions to negative emotions because they are familiar and we are defaulting on them because they feel familiar. But I'm daring you right now, I'm challenging you. Would you have the courage to hold the feeling, the scary, unknown feeling of being good enough, of being free, of being abundant, of being connected, of being inspired, of being creative, of being at peace, being calm? Would you have this bravery inside yourself to start exploring feelings, emotions, states, energetic states that are so unknown and they feel awkward? But they feel awkward just because they are not familiar. Like questioning, what would joy feel like right now? What would gratitude feel like right now if I could access it? What would peace feel like right now? What would abundance, overflowing abundance feel like right now? So it's really a matter of allowing ourselves to turn higher vibration emotions into familiar emotions so that we start elevating our resident state, the state in which we are walking our lives with. Instead of being in the fire, get out of the fire and find yourself a beautiful beach and be happier there. And I guarantee you that you will be manifesting so much better and faster and bigger from the beautiful beach than from the fire. But this is the key. The beautiful beach is not out there, is inside of you and is accessible for you, through the states, through the emotions that you are teaching yourself to become familiar with, to hold in your field, in your beingness as your normal. So this is the first step, practicing the new emotions. The second step here for becoming the version of you who gets what you want is to start practicing in a more focused way the emotions of what you think your manifestations will be giving you. Like, let's say that you want more money. What would that mean to you? Like, what would more money feel like? Probably it would feel like abundance, like freedom, like good enough, pride, safety, creativity, adventure, whatever it is. Then start practicing these emotions inside yourself now. Let yourself feel freedom. Let yourself feel abundance. Let yourself feel proud inside yourself. Let yourself feel successful inside yourself. Let yourself feel safe. And ask yourself, what would safety feel like? And normalize the feeling, emotion of safety in your nervous system, in your body, which is where our subconscious is living. Is about practicing high elevated emotions, but also for each manifestation, practicing the emotions that we feel that once the manifestation comes through, this is how I will be feeling. When we start practicing the way we want to feel once our manifestation comes through, and we start wiring those emotions into our energetic field, what we do is we become at one point energetically a match for what we desire. And this is what the vibrational resonance says. You don't get what you want, you don't even get what you need, you get who you are. So in practical terms, If you want more money in your business, instead of doing the work, showing up for the money, thinking that all you do is for the money, do the work for your satisfaction, for your joy. And while doing it, calibrate yourself to the emotions, to the energetic states that more money means to you. Like, feel abundant while doing the work. Do it in order to fill up your cup, to feel joy inside yourself, but at the same time teach yourself to feel abundant, to feel significant, to feel impactful, to feel successful now, to feel overflowing with money now. When you are working in order to improve your health, instead of obsessing with I'm getting rid of the disease and I'm becoming healthy, stop doing all that, because that is actually keeping you in attachment, which keeps you in repelling what you want. Instead of that, do the healing work by calibrating yourself to the state of being healthy and what that feels like or means like to you. Feel yourself energetic, feel yourself strong, feel yourself full of vitality, feel yourself free, feel yourself safe, whatever healthy feels like for you. And let yourself feel those feelings and emotions right now, no matter the state of health in which you are right now. When you are manifesting love, instead of obsessing around how I should be showing up more, how I should be putting myself out there, instead of doing all that, let go. Let go of all that crazy doing. Nobody ever found their soulmate partner by making force and really desperately looking for them. Instead of all that, calibrate yourself at the feelings of being loved, being lovable, being good enough, being good and happy with your own company. All this is to say, focus on becoming the highest vibrational self. By practicing elevated emotions, by practicing the emotions of your manifestation, what you think your manifestation will feel like once it comes through, by filling your own cup, and by focusing on elevating your relationship with yourself, because your relationship with yourself will be mirrored in all the other relationships, in your relationship with your reality included. Okay, the fourth and last key when it comes to detachment is pedestaling your desires. And hear me out, when we are working on a manifestation that feels such a big deal, such an important thing, what we do is vibrationally, energetically, we are placing ourselves under the level of our desire. And hence we are less likely to actually experience it. So instead of looking at your manifestations as this big crazy thing that you are working towards, normalize it. Let it feel natural. Let it feel normal. One way to do this is to turn inward and to ask yourself, if I could land right now in that reality where I am already living my desire, and I've been living it for quite a while, so it feels natural, it feels normal, it feels so, of course, what would that feel like in my nervous system, in my body, in myself, in the way I look at the desire? If I could live right now in that reality where I've been experiencing that desire for quite a while now, and it feels so normal, so freaking of course, so natural, what would that feel like? And let yourself play with those frequencies. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, I would love to hear in the comments. Let me know anything that's come up for you, your biggest takeaway. I would love to know. And if you enjoy this work that I'm bringing you, hit the subscribe button and the bell button so that you get notified when I post a new video that might interest you. Lastly, I recommend you watch next the video on how to validate yourself so that you manifest everything you want.